Boom. All right, it's Turn It Up Louder with your boy G Money in the building, man. And I've been saying this for the last few months, actually. I've been saying that there's an artist that I need to catch up with because I think during the whole period of lockdown and the whole period of COVID, I think there's one artist who used social media to get closer to his fan base than any other artist. And I'm proud to say that he's with me tonight. And it's all about the man like Kranium in the building. Wagwan.
Yeah, what's going on, man? We had a storm last night, so I'm just chilling, drinking tea and stuff right now.
Yeah. I see that you have an appropriate cup. And for those of you who are listening to us, you might want to go and check out the YouTube video as well, because he has the most original coffee cup. And to be honest, I wouldn't expect you to have any less than that coffee cup right there. Kranium, Wagwan, man. Good to see you, brother.
There, man, you know what I mean, chilling and you know what I mean, enjoying the time off and just creating and just having fun and getting closer with the family and nature and all, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, first off the bat, the first thing I want to say is congratulations on the album, because it's been out for a while, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that album there is potentially one of the best albums that came out in the last 12 months in terms of balance, in terms of range, in terms of production. And I sometimes feel like if you had the chance to tour the album more, if you had a chance to perform the songs more, COVID came right in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true, man. It came right at the time where normally when I drop a project, I go on the road. And once you go on the road, you know what I mean, do the interviews and the mix with the clubs and on stage and announcing the album would have made it more effective. But at the end of the day, you know what I always say, like, me as a man, I make music and I feel like I make quality music. And eventually I feel like everybody will fall to it and realize that, yo, this album is an amazing album, you know what I mean? Just like when I did Rumors. But I'm that type of artist though. Like, my things always take a time to pick up for some reason, because I feel like we're moving into a time now where it's like quality is at the less, you know what I mean? So quality, you realize that people catch the quality later. They catch up the disposable stuff fast and then like quality later. So eventually I feel like they're going to go back to it and realize that it was a dope album and just start streaming. But I mean, I'm happy to put out a great body of work. You know what I mean? I have no doubt in my heart I drop any foolishness. I feel like I always put out like some good music. So eventually, you know, you play it off.
Right. Because I mean, for me, when I received In Charge from the promo team, like, for me it was an instant hit. Like,
your body feel good, I love it when I'm inside. And my girl, me no bully, but I'm in charge, yeah. As long as I'm inside you, can't run anybody come, cause I'm in charge, yeah. I know you can't get enough when I'm inside you. I know you like it rough when I'm in charge, yeah. I just love it when I'm inside you. All night like an animal, cause I'm in charge, yeah.
Like, anybody who knows that I've played that song till I can't play it no more. I'm still playing it. And I want to say big up for keeping your word as well, because when you were in Kenya a few years ago, I told you I didn't have any Kranium dubs, but now I do. So I'm happy to report.
Respect.
So, man. Now, I mean, in Africa, I think you're one of the most popular and perhaps intriguing artists out of Jamaica, out of New York City. And I'll tell you why. When you were in Ghana in December, you were there for Mr. Easy show. Yeah. And I know that the response you got in Ghana probably amazed you.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, 100%.
And then obviously now you were in Kenya a few years ago. I'm sure that the response you got there was amazing as well.
Good show. Yeah, great show.
What do you think it is apart from the music? Because I mean, you're not the bad man artist. You're the lover boy, but the hardcore lover boy, the man who talks about sex, the man who talks about the girl. What do you think is that's made that strong connection with the audience on this side?
You know what I think it is, man. I feel like I found the perfect balance in between being understood and and bringing a culture forward.
Right.
So I find the thin here between both line of just meshing, being cool, being this is what dancehall core is like. This is all we are, very raw, very straightforward. So I feel like me bringing that energy with the most sweetest melodies in a more melodic form. You know, I feel like that's what it is, because I be saying the most craziest thing, but this just sound like this sound good, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, brother, you're crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like people just really gravitate onto it. And then it's just, I think it's a way how I work my music. You know what I mean? I don't really follow the crowd. I feel like I work music understanding that each place on earth has its own market, and I learn how to tap into each market in a very smart way to get the message across and the music across. I feel like that's what it is, just tapping into the markets with the right sound and just being myself, you know what I mean, being real.
Now, obviously, you know, the COVID-19 period has seen you unable to go on the road, and every artist unable to go on the road. But you found a route to connect with your fans via Instagram and social media that nobody actually could compete within this space of dancehall and reggae music.
Yeah.
You became Dr. Kranium, the relationship counselor, the sex therapist.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, man.
Hey man, so this is Kranium. Dr. Kranium. And fans all over the world been asking me questions about sex and fucking and all these things. So now I'm gonna take the time out of my busy schedule. I'm gonna answer everything you want to know and make sure you send the camera and shoot. Let's go. What's your idea of foreplay? Is foreplay necessary for you? Depends. Me not really care for them things, because and every time I think I fit in the board properly, you know, they take the big boy, is it?
Tell us about that, man.
Yo, you know what? Alright, when I create music, right, I try to take on topics that some people say, yo, Kranium needs to be more versatile. And it's not that I'm not versatile, it's just that if I'm not doing it, it's probably the next person doing it. You know what I mean? So if I start something, I have to finish it. That's just me, you know what I mean? And everybody can do them bad man song and do them, you know what I mean, upliftment song. I just feel like me have a gift of bringing a message across in the most sweetest way.
Right.
So when it's not music now, I think to myself, say, oh, can I still bring that same energy into the music without using the music? So now I'm like, okay, Instagram live, nobody not talk. People always want to talk about love and relationship. You know what I mean? Woman love relationship. Like every woman dream is to be with the perfect guy in their mind. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? Nobody perfect. So remember, just have this discussion. And I feel like that's what start the whole thing. And as you see, that's why Girl Policy can become one of the biggest records in dancehall now. Right. Because the content of the record, and I am saying things that we say on a daily basis, but nobody really say it. You get what?
Right.
So I feel like that's
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wanted to ask you, I mean, because some of the things you say in your music, let's be honest, man. You go home, you say some relationship breaking things in your music. Like, does it ever create a problem at home when you get home? It's like, man, what's song I heard this song that you did, and you said you did this, and this. Like, how does it balance out at home?
You know what it is, man? It's like you have some people in life, you know, when I tell everybody all the time, when you meet somebody, even if it's just a friend, when you meet somebody, that first 6 months of that friendship determine how you and that person move forward for the rest of your life. You know, you know everything you need to know in that 6 months. You're not that young to not know somebody and read them up their personality. So the same way you meet somebody, you stay the same way. So anytime I meet a girl and a girl is with me, it's the same chemistry. It's not going to ever change. So whatever me say in a song, that's just how me feel. And you have to just work with how me feel. And if you don't like how me feel, it's okay. You're not on my realms or my mental state at that specific moment. So it's fine, you can do a thing. But anything when me say in a song, and me really believe that, she have to understand it. And anything what she say when me just meet her, I have to respect what she said. If she says she don't know the foolishness, not with the foolishness. You know what I mean? So I just feel the same.
I mean, to be honest, like you mentioned Girl Policy, and to me, Girl Policy is one of the most respectful songs anybody could ever make.
Seriously. Some boy on a life, boy have some girl I rather style for your wife or your yard. Them think they mean a lie, lucky she not stab with a knife. And some boy, I fuck some ways, girl a road. Have them a chase her around. How the fuck you a fuck some toad? And I walk up with it in a crowd.
Because basically, you're saying, listen, know your place. When I'm in my yard, when I'm at home, just relax. No, what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of guys, let me tell you something, 90% of side chicks are always better looking than your wife. It's just facts. There's no going around it. You know what I mean? I've been on earth and date long enough to know things that me see with friends are people outside on this conversation.
Right.
The side chick is always considered hotter than the wife.
Right.
But the wife always have more brain than the side chick.
Right.
So there's a difference between having a woman at home from a woman on the street. Luckily, some men are lucky enough to get both in one.
Yeah.
Very rare. You get very, very rare. You find one with both. You know what I mean? So when I speak, people I say, but you still, even if you have a side chick on the road, you still disrespect your wife.
Right.
So they must say, but I just want you to know, say, these are things that happen on a daily basis. So I am here to bring in front of you, say, this happen all the time.
Yeah.
So if protect your headache, me gonna make it easier for you and make sure say me balance whoever me I deal with outside of the house. You know yourself.
Hey, no girl me fuck can't no drama. Me make me girl be that banana. Baby mistress know them policy. After 9 o'clock she can't call me. After me no hear that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's no conflict there. Now taking it back to the music. One of the things that I've noticed about you as an artist is how easily you collaborate globally. You know, for some dancehall artists, for some reggae artists, their collaborations are very, very one-dimensional in the sense of like, okay, let's get a rapper, or let's get a let's get an R&B singer. Let's do that. But I mean, for you, I mean, UK, Africa, America, it just everyone like Tiwa Savage. I mean, I'm a big fan of UK music. In fact, this show is all about UK music. Kojo, Funds, and other UK artists that you've collaborated with as well. Burna Boy.
I've done I've worked with B Young, Burna Boy. I've worked with Kojo Funds. I've worked with Chipmunk. I've worked with AJ Tracy. I've worked with Camille. You know what I mean? Camille is the new one. I've worked with almost
mainly.
You know what I mean? I've worked with Western. You know what I mean? Love. Like, I'm a big fan. Just to put this out, like, I'm one of the biggest fan of Western. For some weird reason, I feel like they're the dopest thing on earth.
I should have took it when you made that call. I can't let them chances go. I want my shine, man. Oh, whoa, whoa. My mind switch like off and on. Oh, whoa,
yeah. Is you with it or not? When you shimmy,
like, I swear to God.
Let me tell you something. And I'm glad I like artists who talk about other artists. Western are the biggest act in the UK, but you know what? The UK doesn't know it.
Yeah.
So you see, Western, their music travels globally. Some of the harder edged UK stuff is just for the UK. But Western songs are beaten in Africa, are beaten in America, are beaten in Jamaica, are beaten throughout the Caribbean. And that's why Western are always on the road. In the UK, 100%, I'm telling you, Western are underrated, but they are one of the greatest things.
I mean, people, because if people say that about me too, people be like, "Yo, Kranium is one of the baddest things." Like, I know I'm one of the best artists out for that generation. I mean, not care nobody want to tell me. Say, there's a difference between being considered confident. Musically, I feel like I'm out of this world with melodies, just flow of vibe, beat selection. But it boils down to there's a problem with us. I'm gonna tell you the problem is, and I'm okay to say this because we as artists sometimes we feel like we're free to accept certain things. I realize that the most talented artists now in this generation are some of the most talented ones, like the Big Sean them, for example. So I feel like we know that we're so talented to the point where we don't do the extra stuff.
Right.
To gain attention, we use music to talk for us.
Right.
So so then you get overshadowed with everybody else who's on the hype and the this and the that. and we just mobilize being talented and not care about the other extra stuff. But sometimes that extra stuff is what give you the eye for like really
right.
go. But I feel like when you're so talented, it's just like it's whatever, man. I want my music speak for me, and you make it last longer for some weird reason. The most talented ones are the ones that always be around for decades, brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So as far as Western is concerned, I'm a huge fan of them. Like I feel like highly to me is the Jeremiah of London. Like he's the Jeremiah of that. Meaning like them no miss, man. Yeah, no miss. Very unique, but
definitely for real.
Big up Hailey. Anyway, I'm there.
All right. So wait, have you gone from coffee to Hennessy?
Yeah. That's how my idea starts. You know what I mean? It's very early here, so this is how my idea. You know, me coffee. Actually, no, I was drinking hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate to Hennessy. Hey, listen, knock yourself out, man. The world, do your thing. So obviously now, the world's slowly opening back. I don't think there's gonna be any shows anytime soon. Has that dulled your creative process, or has it made you more prolific?
I get to watch music from the outside and smile. Like I really get to sit back and be like, all right, cool. Let me tell you what quarantine did for me musically, or crazy it is. And I'm gonna say this here first. From now until I ready to stop music, I will always have a record every year. Right. And the reason why I said that is because I get to realize that there's certain music that are not as good as people thought it was, and I get to realize what the problem was. Because you don't have the heat in the club to hype it up for you, it boils down to good records. If you get where I'm coming from. Right. So who all the artists that used to have the big record through that time when outside is opening, right now having a hard time finding that record because there's not enough people out in the clubs to hype it up for you.
Right.
You get where I'm coming from? So now you listen to a Kranium record like Girl Policy, and even if it's not a fan of Kranium, and even though it's not a juggling with other artists, people are saying, no, that youth are bad.
Right.
No, him really sick. Like that youth are really sick. That's why it boils down to now. No, it boils down to real talent.
Because like you said, you're sick. The tune didn't bust in a club or bust in this place or that place. It's just music and it just bust that way there.
Natural. And what have always been happening to my music, that's what I said. From nobody else to know to Weekend to Can't Believe to Last Night to Buy Where You Want Buy to all of my records that ever hit worldwide, it always takes 6-7 months to break because it's always overshadowed by every other niceness because I'm just a cool, laid back, humble dude.
Right.
But now it's just a board show because it boiled down to authentic sound and just being talented. Like I'm gonna say, yo, because I've seen it. Like I watch comments, I'm gonna read comments and stuff like that. I'm gonna say, yo, Kranium, bad brother. Like me, I listen to the man who sang. I say the man is bad because I'm not in the movement of where them depend. I'm more of my own thing. So now when everything slow down, it down to the because remember music is at the ground right now. I don't care nobody wants to say it's at the ground. So now everybody there saying, make me listen to some man art. I mean I like this. Cause you're not in the club under liquor, if you just hype it up, you know what I mean? Now it's like you're settled. What's really good. So I feel like that's what it is. So that's what quarantine did for me. Make me realize that good music will always play.
I remember I tweeted when I got in charge, I tweeted and I was like, yo, this tune, I love this tune, it's not getting enough play. And you retweeted and you said, yeah, give them 6 months.
Yeah, man, give them 6 months, man. Give them 6 months. But it always happens, bro. I'm so anytime, I drop 2 songs a year. The most me drop are 3 songs. It's 12 months a year and I only drop like 3 songs a year. And people saying if you drop my music, but what they don't understand is that I am competing with myself. I'm not competing with nobody. Me not care which artist hot. I don't care who have the biggest song now. Me not business about that. Me I tell a man say, me I do my thing. You see, my thing is how me feel. So if I feel like, yo, this is the time. If I don't feel it, I feel song need more time. I give it more time. So when you see me reply, I'm saying, nah man, give them some time, man. Because I know that the song will take time. But In Charge for me, set up Girl Policy. In Charge is there playing, and I'm like, okay, this is a good song. It's a great song. But I feel like make me just involve more man in the thing. Some boy analyze, yeah, that's not for you. God, You know what I mean? So I just watch it and then I just shoot. You know what I mean?
And another song from the album that did a lot on the radio over here was "Summer Move" as well. To me,
Big song.
that was an absolutely huge record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kranium. Have some girl who wouldn't fuck back again. Have some friend who wouldn't link with again. Have some men when I go circle again. No prosperity, me no see none of them. Have some food I me go share we give them. Belly get full and me no see them again. When them a walk out, me can't trust them. No, me can't trust them. Hey, them fi drop boof, me fi drop pink. That's why me move so. Hawks from Virgin Chaplin. Them no real boy, yeah. No, them no real boy, yeah. Have some link mood to see it up again. Have some bridge mood that burn down again. Know some boys tell me.
Yeah, man. It hurt my heart sometimes. It bothers me, man. I'm telling you, like, sometimes I put out, like, when I put out a project and I see, like, it slowly build, sometimes it's hurtful because it's like you watch your kids, them.
Right.
I play a sport and them I come in third and fourth. You know, like, yo, come on, he's a kid. So it's the same with music. When I drop certain song, I feel like they're so underlooked sometimes.
Right.
But then, but one thing about my music, whenever I catch it, lasts very long. It takes so long to die. You know, so.
I mean, straight up, Summer Move to me is easily, if it's not the biggest tune, one of the biggest tunes of the album. And once again, it's dealing with a topic that everybody could relate to, you know, because, you know, some people just want to see you like have nothing while they have everything. And I think that's what makes us so powerful because, well, for me, like, you know, I grew up with my grandmother, as you know, I told you the last time you were here. And, you know, those little sayings you say, you for drop boof, me for drop ping. You're like, okay, and that's exactly what my grandmother would say to me.
Because me grew up with my grandmother too. So when I dropped that, I remember Pierre called me, manager called me and be like, yo, what do you mean drop boof, drop ping? I mean, I say, it's a saying. It's like, yeah, I say, yo, that person have everything and you know, if I have nothing at all. Right. And that song was very personal. Bro, I swear to you, that's one of the most personal songs I've ever done because when I did that song, I was growing, that's why I even shot the video. I was going through so much with some farmer friends that I had.
When them walk out, me can't trust them. No, me can't trust them. Hey, them fi drop boof, me fi drop pink. That's why me move so. Hawks from Virgin Chaplin. Them no real boy, yeah. No, them no real boy, yeah. Have some link mood to see it up again. Have some bridge mood that burn down again. Know some boys send me out for a yen. Give them the rope.
So when I see certain people moving certain way towards me now, I start to say, hold on. Even some girl, I say, yo, all right. I have some girl who didn't touch back again. I have some friend. It's like real, brother. It's one of the realest songs I ever wrote in my life. I swear to like that song. Have a special place in my soul, and you can feel it.
Them fi drop boof, me fi drop pink. That's why me move so. Hawks from Virgin Chaplin. Them no real boy, yeah. No, them no real boy, yeah.
Before we go, what's in the works? What are we working on? What are you working on?
Right now, honestly, I'm trying to find the next record where I feel comfortable dropping. And just like, now I'm just in a creative mindset of figuring out what else can catch them ears without being in the club. You know, that's what it boils down to now. I want you to go home and listen to Kranium song. I don't want you to just off it out for ear. More you can turn it on when you're with a friend of mine. You know what I mean? If you're with your girl or if a girl with her man, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out now. So it's just creativity, man. Just I've been vicing non-stop. I think we go to studio at least minimum 4 times a week now lately.
Wow.
Just going in. But we work in studio. I work in studio like how I go to casino. It's a mood thing, it's a vibe thing. So even though I book the studio, I go in there, I just talk all day and just play music and don't even touch the microphone to record anything. It's just that when we feel it. So more time I just want to be in the studio to be around the environment. But I have some other collaborations was to drop some sick things again.
Right.
Yo, right now I'm so I'm happy, brother. Like right now, musically, I'm very happy. I feel like this year is the year of certified Kranium being the brand that it means. I feel like this is the year when I go say, yo, listen, me don't mix with them boy. Me different from them boy. You know, this is when me start charge and say, yo, stop being always be humble. You meet me, so you know me still. Always be humble, but more confident with me thing. I feel like more time we as the talented artists then we always try to play too cool. You know what I mean? So now it's more like, yo, you're the man right now, and me I do this.
Right. Well, I mean, I will say to you, I mean, this is going out. It's going out in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, on Homeboys Radio. It's going out on Live FM in Ghana as well, and of course on the general roboranks.com as well. For your global fan base, man, on behalf of your global fan base, I just want to say, man, it's always good to catch up with you, and for the way you interacted with your fans during COVID and Corona lockdown is, to me, it was such a savvy thing. And that's why I've been talking to Pierre. I say, I need to do this thing here because I need to let you know that the impact you had during that period, keeping people entertained, keeping people sane, saving relationships. It was such an amazing expression of humanity. So big up yourself for that, Kranium, man. As soon as road is open again, I'm pledging that as soon as I'm doing the show, and I'm saying that live, direct.
Yo, they're waiting, man, and I can't wait. Cause this time I wanna have like an intimate settings to like. I have this so much planned out in my brain. Like, I wanna do like a good hour and 30 minutes. Like, me just have it planned out mentally. So we are gonna make it work.
I'm ready.
They're gonna have a vaccine by December. No, you say by December. From me. I say today. Yeah, they're gonna have a vaccine by December, 100%.
All right, man.
So by March, we're back on the road again.
We're back on the road, man. Listen, Kranium. Always a good time catching up with you, my brother. And definitely we're going to, of course, roll out with Gal Policy right now, the biggest tune on road from the man like Kranium.
Yeah. Don't violate me. Seriously. Some boy on a life. Boy, have some girl I heard a style for your wife or your yard. Them think they mean a lie. Lucky she not stab me with a knife. And some boy, I fuck some with girl road. Half them a chase her around. How the fuck you a fuck some dude? And I walk up with it in a crowd. Hey, no girl me fuck, can't stand no drama. Me make me girl be that panacana. Baby miss, she know them policy. After 9 o'clock she can't call me. After me no idiot. Hey, after me